himself,
What's going on,
Mr.
Mr.
Kiel.
Bo?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm good. We got a long day ahead of us.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good one though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. About to go work out, do a little interview here, go get some food, come back to the gym, shoot around, probably head to Jacksonville, go get us a win, man.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
All right, everybody, welcome in to our newest edition, A Day in the Life of. This time it's going to be Mr. Kerrington Kiel. Again, he's another gentleman that does not need any introduction, but we give him one anyways. And those of you who've seen him play last year and the year before, outstanding player, left-handed. He's versatile, score anywhere, very good defender. He's got good vision, good hands and feet on the court, without a doubt, one of the top 5 players in the state of Alabama. Mr. Kiel, I'm going to start this one out. Give me a normal day in the life of you outside of basketball. What are you doing?
That's funny. Outside of basketball, probably like on my days off, because we said we have back-to-backs, I probably just get as much rest as I can, because I know when we are going, I don't really sleep that much. Well, I sleep a lot, but it's not as much as I would hope. You feel me? So normally I just wake up, probably eat me a bowl of cereal, nothing too crazy.
Fruity Pebbles?
Nah, I'm a cinnamon toast type of guy. Cinnamon toast crunch. Eat me some cinnamon toast crunch. Probably go back upstairs, play the game for a few minutes, and just watch TV. That's
relaxing.
Yeah, that's just relaxing. But like, that's rare though, cause like I'm always go.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
What's funny is, our last one with Callie Tinker was in Pisgah. She said, there ain't nothing to do.
Exactly. It's nothing to do. It's nothing to do.
Now, here you're in Birmingham, you got something to do.
Man, no. It's Birmingham. You don't want to do too much, man. You don't want to do too much.
Now, you guys at Ramsey need no introduction. I mean, you just won in football. You guys had one in basketball last year. Definitely ranked highly again. I think you're ranked number 1 right now.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So, what's it like playing at Ramsey right now? There's a certain standard you guys have. Not only, a lot of people don't know this, you guys are the 4th ranked school in the state in education. Mm-hmm. And then your sports, your athletics is second to none.
Right.
What's it like being at Ramsey right now?
Just the environment. Everybody's all bought in right now at Ramsey, from the cheerleaders, football players, baseball teams, tennis, all the way down to swimming. So, just that environment, having everyone in there together, knowing that, yes, we're a top school. Yes, we have these standards to meet, and we also want to surpass those standards. So, with the basketball team, it's been a journey. It's been great. My first choice coming out of middle school was not to go to Ramsey. My mom said, you need to go to Ramsey. I'm like, Mom, I want to go with my friends, right? But going to Ramsey my freshman year was probably the best choice that I've ever made in my life, because it's prepared me not only for life ahead of like college, life ahead of high school with basketball wise, but it's also prepared me life in general. The teachers there, they give us a lot of work, but I look at that work as it's not to challenge me as much as my brain wise, but just to get me going with those habits that I need every day in life, like waking up at 8 o'clock to go to school, being on time for classes, preparing, having everything ready. So I feel like Ramsey was the best decision that I've ever made. Well, not me, but my mom. That was a great parent decision right there.
There ain't no doubt. I mean, you guys, a lot of people don't know that about Ramsey, how important education is there. We cover so many schools and so many different towns and things like that. We've learned in some of these schools, you don't hear them mention education. But at Ramsey, they start the conversation with education. So just how hard is Ramsey High School?
It's I wouldn't say it's hard. I feel like any student can go to Ramsey. It's just what they apply themselves to complete their work.
They're gonna have to.
Exactly. That's all Ramsey is. As long as you apply yourself to complete your work, you will pass and get out of Ramsey with no doubt. Now you do have those top 5% students where they're probably having a 4.3 because they're in all AP classes, getting A's, so their GPA is boosting up. But like, for a regular student, you can go to Ramsey. It's nothing too extravagant.
I got you. So now let's talk about you yourself. You're what, 3.8?
Yes, sir.
GPA right now?
Yes, sir.
And how are you on the ACT?
I scored a 22 on the ACT. My mom, she wanted me to take it again, but like I took it one time, scored a 22, so I just feel like, I'm straight. I don't want to do all that no more. But yes, sir. So it was just a 22 on the ACT. I don't think I'm gonna take it again.
I got you.
But I feel like that 22 was good for my first time.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
So that's what my mom's saying. Hey, if you take it again and you made it 22 in the first time, you probably could get something around 24, 25, 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
She's probably correct on that.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you this question right here. You're currently committed. I'm gonna let you tell everybody where you're committed at.
Yes, sir. I'm going to Troy University.
Now, is that a firm commitment? Has anybody else been flirting? People coming in trying to talk to you? Gotcha.
Ready.
Right.
110%.
How big of a relief is that for you to go ahead and sign on the dotted line and get that recruiting? So some kids, we come across, they're like, it's a headache, but it's also a blessing. And then some of them absolutely hate it. Mm-hmm. How was that process for you?
It was relief. Like, I signed probably about a week or 2 before our first game. And when I went out there and played, I was playing so free.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was no stress. I was just out there going and having fun. I'm like, yeah, I already know where I'm going. I already got this. Now, in that, like in the beginning part of the season, I was focusing on just making sure that all my guys are eating now.
Gotcha.
Like, Jaden Williams, he's he's a sophomore right now. I said, bro, you gotta eat. I already know where I'm going. I'm not looking to do all of this. Yeah, I can go score 30 if I need to. I had this conversation. I can go score 30 if I need to, but my 30 is irrelevant without a win, and you're a 20 piece.
That's right.
So
no doubt.
So once I broke that down to him, it took him a minute to get going, but now in the later part of the season, he's going. So I feel like we're gonna have a good chance this year.
All right. I hate to bring this up, but I got to.
It's all good.
When I first noticed your character was during that championship game. How devastated were you? I'm going to ask you a few questions on this. How devastated were you when they called that second technical in last year's state championship game?
Man, I cried, man. It was pretty heartbreaking because I was having a good game.
An outstanding game.
So if I was just putting shots up, nothing falling, getting to the line, couldn't make no free throws, maybe it'll be a different feeling. But like when I got out the game, I was 16-7, and I think I probably could have scored by like 30, 35 points that game.
I believe.
And like on that big stage too, like I'm one, when the lights shine, I do better.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you have those where they see the bright lights, they get all down on themselves. I see the bright lights. Oh yeah, it's showtime. I'm going out there to go. So when I had those 16 and 7, I didn't even realize I had that many until I had went down and sat down on the bench. I look up, I'm like, dang, I was really hooping. Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, it was devastating. I don't know if anybody saw the video, but my coach had to carry me to the locker room. I was crying, man. I was really crying.
I was really upset, and I remember I made a post on my personal page about your character, because what I seen after that, and it's a snowball effect, and I've seen it happen before. Someone goes out due to injury or thrown out of the game, and then they lose it on the sidelines, and then the whole team crumbles.
Right.
But you didn't do that. It took you a little bit to regather, but once you did, you showed a lot of grit and character, I thought, by pulling yourself together and encouraging your teammates, which, I mean, you talk about down to the wire. That game was that close to winning it. But how did you recover from that? Because that had to be, once, I think you knew your teammates needed you, correct?
Definitely. So I know that I'm a leader. I was on that team. I've been a leader on pretty much every team I've been on. But on that team, that was the first time that I felt like it was my team. So I knew that I had to go out there and at least show my face that I kept my composure.
Gotcha.
So after the tech, I got my crying out there. I went back into the locker room, talked to my mom. She got my mind right. So everything going on, she like, you can't do this, Carrington. You can't do this, kid. You got to go back out there. I went back out there probably around after the second half. I talked to him. I apologized to him in the locker room. I went back out there second half. I was like, all right, let's go, boy. I got to turn into coach now. So after that, it was
Coach
just
Kiel.
Exactly. After that, man, it was wraps from there. But I mean, like my leadership roles, Coach Johnson has always told me that like I have a very outspoken voice. So me being able to sit on the bench, we probably add a fourth coach, just looking and seeing plays from being on the court and knowing what they're doing already. So I can tell, hey, Q, you gotta drop here. J, you gotta get up here, pressure ball more. P, you gotta be more aggressive. So just being in that position to help those guys, I mean, like I really felt like it was a good one. It was a good one.
That post reached like 100-something thousand people in like 10 hours, and but what I like about it is everyone that shared it was all positive comments. There wasn't nobody on there, you know. With today's internet, everybody's a troll and wants to say negative, but it's all positive. I thought that was huge. Now, last question on that, we're moving on. How big is that motivation this year? Now that you're like, man, they're gonna let me get another shot at this thing.
Man, it's it sent me through the roof. I'm not gonna lie to you, it sent me through the roof. Once I actually had the time to go back and think on it, everything happened for a reason. So
that's true.
I feel like that once that happened, probably about I started grinding for I took about 2 weeks off. Then I started getting back in the gym. Like my mindset went through the roof. Like it was literally work, because I had to get back there to show them that we can do it. You see what I'm saying? So like that did nothing but add fuel to the fire, as my coach would say. So I mean, like that was just everything happened for a reason. Of course, I didn't want it to happen, but it's a domino effect. So like I got thrown out, 2 guys stepped up that probably wasn't, you know, we weren't thinking about, hey, they're gonna step up this game. Now they're into this season. Now they're actually hooping. So it's not that I have to do it all on my own. You know, me and Jay have to do it all on our own. These 2 guys are actually contributing to the season. Now, you know, we had a football player. He's gonna go Power 5. He probably wasn't gonna play basketball this season, but that moment happening, that it all happens for a reason. It got everybody's mind going, all right, we gotta do it now. So, you know, that's all that is.
All right, so now, you know, coming off this football season, you guys won, and you've seen those guys win, and they gotta be your friends, and some of them's your teammates. How awesome was that to see them guys bring home that blue map, and even that had to give you more motivation?
That was big time. I went into, I texted the football coach Pop, probably around August. I was like, Coach, I want to be a part. I want to be a manager for this team. I feel like I can use my leadership roles there as well to pick these guys up because I see a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Pop said, yeah, definitely. So I'm out there the whole season. When we went to Auburn in the locker room, I'm talking to him, I'm like, y'all, this is the last one. We got to give it all, you know. It's the last game. Leave it all on the floor. Anything can happen, but we want to come on with the blue map. Kate went out there. He ran for he set records.
Oh, yeah.
He set records. I think he had like 5 TDs, 5
Yeah, he set the 5A touchdown.
He tied it because we were trying to give him another one.
I got you.
It was, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. But we were trying to get him another one. We ended up winning. We went back into that locker room, and just to see everybody's faces, all smiles. You don't know how bad that made me want it for my guys.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Because to see them where they were last year, they probably, I think it was 3rd round exit last year. To see those guys all smiles, turn up in the locker room, laughing, doing all of this, just having a good time. Man, it really inspired me. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get my guys here. We gonna be ready. And now that I knew that the football guys were coming off of a championship, I knew that they were gonna be ready. Now it did take them a little minute, you know, to get from football to basketball, 2 different conditionings, just shooting the ball, having to get in the feel of it. But once they got back into it, I knew that it was gonna be wraps then, man. Yeah. So I feel like that addition with the football winning state really helped us, you know, because if they would have came back and they probably say, Lord forbid, they would have lost, it could have been a lot of negative energy coming in. We didn't need that because we was already like 1-2 because we went to Huntsville. They was whooping us. So them coming back, it just really helped everybody, it uplifted everybody. So I feel like that was a good thing.
Yeah, we caught you guys up there and we played Coleman in a really good game. But you guys have just got out of football. You know, I'm talking about just got out of football.
Right.
Next thing, talk about your parents, man, and how special they are and what they've meant to you in your life.
Okay, my parents, my mom and my dad, they probably my biggest supporters and my biggest critiques. So, you know, that's always good.
Double-edged sword.
Exactly. So, but they've always given me, you know, motivation to go get it. So, when I grew up, my parents, they separated when I was about 5.
Gotcha.
Okay, but my dad always stayed in touch. And then he ended up moving to Florida and he got another wife. And so I would go down there, visit, from time to time in the summer just to spend some time with them, you know, spending time with their family. My dad's always been here. He's been here every step of the way, even though he's 12 hours away. He came down here yesterday for senior night. He'll be at Jacksonville today.
Oh, okay.
So,
awesome.
you know, he's been there. He's probably my biggest critique, for sure. There's nobody in the world that critique me more than my dad. I'm talking about he gets on my nerves after every game, telling me what I could have done better. But I told him that I needed that from him because I knew that he'd tell me the truth. You know, parents not gonna lie to you. So, but I mean, like, just him always showing me, you know, that tough love. I need, because I'm a young man growing up. So, you know, life is hard. You feel me? So I can't just go out there thinking it's all rainbows. You know, so. I love him for that and always sticking around. And my mom, like I said, they separated. So it was just me and my mom for a little minute. And my brother, then he ended up moving out. So it was just me and my mom from about 10 to 16, I believe. Then she got remarried. But just those 10 to 16 years, she showed me how I can go get it. Like, she is one of the hardest workers, if not the hardest worker I know. So just her showing by example. Yeah, you gotta go get it. It's not gonna be given to you. She has always done that for me, and just always, you know, both of them showing me love and support through every situation, every step of the way. You know, I wouldn't trade my parents for nobody.
That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Last gentleman I want to ask you about is Denton Johnson, Coach Denton Johnson. Talk to me about Coach Johnson and how he's helped you not only on the court but in life.
Yeah, so Coach Johnson, he's been another dad to me. Coach Johnson, he's my coach, but he has a father figure role in my life. Walking into Ramsey, he said that he develops 3-level scores. I'm like, Coach, what are 3-level scores? I'm 14 years old. I don't know what 3-level scores is. He's like, being able to score from the 3 to the mid-range all the way down to the paint. So he had a guy named Keyshawn Murphy.
I remember him.
Top
6'11", right?
Yeah, 6'11", top 100 in the nation, according to ESPN. I think he was like 80-something. So I'm going up against Keyshawn Murphy. Mind you, I'm 14 years old. I graduated when I'm 17. So I came into high school a little late. I'm 14 years old. I see this 6'11" dude. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, why is he even here in Birmingham, Alabama? This man, he busts my butt every practice. And I cannot make this up. Every single practice. I probably got the best of him probably about 2-3 times. The only time I got the best of Keyshawn is when we started running in transition because he was out of weight. He out of shape. He couldn't run. I'm killing him going down the floor. If it was a set 5-on-5 at practice, Keyshawn Murphy would bust my butt every single time. So Coach having him in my life, that really uplifted me because he showed me how Keyshawn did it. Yeah. And then once he left, he kind of passed the torch down to me, and it was like, you can go be this 3-level scorer that we were talking about. And ever since that day, ever since that freshman year when he told me about being that 3-level scorer, that's always been on my mind, being able to score from the top all the way down. So I really appreciate him for that. Always, you know, being there for me. Even when life, like, off the court situations, he's always been there for me. Okay. And then, like I was saying, he come open the gym up on Saturdays for us just to come hoop, being there. So, you know, that's always been great. But, like, off the court, though, Coach Johnson he probably one of the most funniest guys.
Oh, that is funny. I gotta hang out with him.
Just in the car with him, because I believe it was going into my sophomore year. We're having summer practice. Coach had to come pick me up every day because my mom was going to work. So that really helped our relationship. It built our relationship not just from player to coach, from dad to son type relationship. So, you know, just being able, exactly. So just him being able to, you know, shed some light on me, showing me how to move in life, you know. Yeah, it's always been great just to have Coach Johnson, man. I love that man to death.
He's good. He's a real deal, ain't he?
Definitely.
I'll tell you what, you got to go do workouts. We're going to interview some of the players, and Coach Johnson's actually going to be on this in just a little while. So we're going to shut this portion of the video down, and we'll catch back up with you guys later on today.
All right, definitely.
Wow, it's whatever coach dreams about. You know, he does everything off the court as well as he does on the court. Humble young man. You know, he's the hardest worker we have in the program. He creates our culture within our program. He holds kids accountable. He does it academically, 3.88. Never anything off the court with Kerrington Kiel negative. He's just a coach's dream. And then of course the skill set from the player standpoint, but he works for it. Hardest working kid in the program.
Oh man, Carrington. You know, I met him middle school, 7th, 8th grade. We started playing with Phillips. You know, saw him, you know, grow as a player each year. And we play AAU together, so yeah. I feel like Carrington, to me, best player in the state.
Yeah.
So I just feel like seeing him grow into the player he is now, you know, signed to Troy. Just proud of him, you know. He worked for it, he just got what he deserved.
We do a big brother program where the big dog on campus has to school the young man, and he definitely got it early. And people don't know how strong Murphy was from a physical standpoint. He didn't always look that, but Carrington had to go against him every day. Keyshawn picked Carrington to be his little brother, and he literally tried to physically abuse Carrington on a day-to-day basis. Because Carrington was really skinny coming in. But then he got to where he could hold his own by his sophomore year. And then where Carrington does it a little different, Keyshawn used to lead by example through work and physicality, things like that. Carrington backs it up also verbally, spiritually. He does it all for us from that standpoint. But he's now doing that to Jaden Williams, the sophomore, and even some of the freshmen. He picks the kids that he knows has a chance to be good, and he really brings it out of them. And so it's when you have that, it makes your program better.
Coach,
It's what's allowed us to continue yearly to do what we've been able to do.
absolutely.
Carrington is like my big brother. We joke around all the time. I can call him when I want to play the game with him. And when it's time to get serious on the basketball court, he's another coach for me. He helps me out what I need to work on. He help me. He's with me when I get extra shots up. He's just always there.
Now, before I close this out, who wins when y'all play the game?
Well, we're on the same team.
I got you, man.
That's my guy, that's like my big brother. He taught me a lot, and he just showing me the ropes for when it's my turn. So, yeah, I love him. My guy.
Carrington is truly my big brother. He taught me a lot from basketball and life. He talked to me when I need someone there for me. He the first one in the gym every day. He tell me get shots up. When we just in the gym, just sitting around talking to people, he'll tell me come to the gun, get shots up with him. And he just truly blessed to me.
He's the kid that calls to come in the gym on Saturday morning while everybody else is asleep. He comes to the breakfast club. We have a breakfast club at 6 a.m. Even when we don't have practice in the morning. We have practices a lot of mornings here because of our gym situation, but Carrington's in here regardless. And somehow his senior year, he's worked out 2 athletic periods also. So he's in here 3rd and 4th on the gun also. So he's put the work in, and he's reaping the rewards. And he's gonna lead us. Now, you know, it's basketball. It ain't guaranteed. We'll see, but I like where we're going.
The thing is, bro, you got serious detention for getting in trouble, right? Yes. Why are you leaving the school to go to Chick-fil-A and you already in trouble? They're basically
No, it's not. It's no excuse.
Mine's
different. I can do ACT prep. I am.
Wait. You good.
We not even owe you. We owe Rich. Okay, so I'm good, right? Yes, Steve.
I'm good.
Yes,
All right.
Steve.
All right.
Back to you, Rich. Why would you leave the school, bro? That don't mean you don't leave. What's that word called? What's that word called? What it is? Integrity. You don't got no integrity, Rich. You don't do the right thing when ain't nobody watching. That's your problem.
No character.
No character.
So look. I got no time on the paper.
She said pick at 8:30.
When am I supposed to leave?
It don't matter. Whenever Lily tell you to leave, that's when you leave.
Lily is over it, man. With no
It
ad.
wasn't here. It was Miss Moses.
Miss Moses.
Okay, well, Miss Moses had me.
So I was just ACT prep. So much
Yeah,
power.
Yes.
That's what service school is.
Yes.
So it is no detention. Just ACT prep.
Basically.
That's so bad, bro.
I'm trying to order this food, man. I can't multitask, Q.
You said what?
I'm trying to order this food, but I can't multitask.
Yeah, I'm about to get some now. Chick-fil-A, just around the corner. Yeah. Let me see that. All right. Assistant coach, best drip in the state, hands down. Hands down, you see it. Off-White. Facts, bub. Facts, bub. Might have to turn the music down a little bit. It'd be booming in the back. I gotta have my bass all the way up, man. We in Birmingham, gotta ride cool.
So today, you do a shoot around, and then you do workouts by yourself, then come back for a shoot around, correct?
Yes. So normally I be in here with the other guys. I called Jones. He said he had something to do with point guard. Ted's hurt right now, so today was just a solo work with Bub. Nothing too crazy. Just something to get a feel of the ball before we do shoot around. Because shoot around normally there's a lot of team stuff, working on game plans for whatever game we have. You know?
Well, the question is, what is your mindset as you approach a game like this? Because you know these guys are defending 4A state champions,
Definitely.
which y'all's record speaks for itself. Y'all don't shy from competition. You play the best of the best. But
Always.
when you know you're going up against somebody like Caden Cam and John Broom and those guys, what's your mindset? Is it you dial it in even more than a normal game?
Definitely. I like to take every game the same, even if you're playing a not so good team. I like to still have a mindset of we playing the best team in the state. Always. So once I think about that, you know that we playing a good team. They got coach just said they got 4 college players in they starting lineup. So I know that I'm gonna have to bring my A game. Not only that, get my teammates mind right, because I can't go beat nobody by myself. So
That's right.
as long as I get everybody on the same page, we gonna be straight regardless who we play.
Do you on the way down to a game, how early do you really start zoning in on what's about to happen?
When I get on the bus.
That's it?
Like as soon as I step on the bus, it's game time. Lock in, put my AirPods on, noise cancellation. I might crack a few jokes here and there with the guys so they can know that we still gonna be ourselves. But I know in the back of my mind, once I get off this bus, it's go time. There's no joking, none of that.
I like it. We're here at Chick-fil-A, so we're gonna hop off and go grab us some food.
Yes, sir.
won state championship last year. They got 4 kids in the starting lineup that are college level players. All right, they can cause some problems. So let's see it. And they play in crowds like this. So they're used to crowds, they're used to big stages. This is their county tournament against Oxford. Long and athletic, got to box them out. Our defense has to win it. Yeah, 10's all right too. 10 is okay too. I like 10.
Last night, continue what we got going on. You're the better team. We're deeper. Let's go do it. You got me? Coaches, y'all got anything?
Yeah. Offense win game.
We didn't hear you.
Offense win game.
Defense win championships. Coach? Players? Let's go.
games you know this thing was taking off?
When they got the text, we got the double text, I realized that was probably gonna be game because he was all the way out of the game. I'm not gonna lie, he was all the way out of the game mentally. And then I looked on his teammates' face, and I saw that they were out the game as well. And then at that point, the momentum had switched in the crowd as well. It was real quiet on this side, and our side was lit. So once I realized our side giving us energy, I knew that we were gonna come back and get the best one.
2 more quick questions, I'll let you run. That's 4 games in 5 days, correct?
Yes, sir.
How's the body holding up?
Oh, it was good. We did this before when so I mean like I'm just probably gonna take a little ice bath, you know. It ain't nothing too serious, but it ain't nothing too crazy. It's still 4 games.
Last question. We just filmed our day in the life of. How was it for you? And appreciate you doing it with us.
Yeah, so it was fun, man. I always wanted to have a day in the life, so you know it was. When you text me about it, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be lit. But I really appreciate you coming down there, man. But yeah, it was good. I mean, that's just a regular day in the life on non-school, but not too crazy. Getting in the gym, just so see what we got.
Appreciate you. We'll let you go. You guys got home right home. Thank you so much.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Rams on 3, keep rolling on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Rams.
Keep rolling.
Brick boy.